Hello everyone, and welcome to Suffolk Public Library's Get Creative series. This month for June we have something very fun, nice and fun, very portable for summer. We are going to be using these magic pencils. Believe it or not, this piece that I have right here, I used just a single pencil to complete it, and it was one of these. It's called a magic pencil, or sometimes a rainbow pencil, and it has multiple colors of colored pencil lead, just in the one piece. So if you're interested in joining along with us, you're welcome and encouraged to register for a kit, and you'll get one of these pencils as well as a bunch of sketch paper. You can get started right away. Otherwise, these are available to find on craft sites, even Amazon and things like that. They're pretty easily findable. So we'll go ahead and get started with a couple of different sketching techniques and embrace the fun and colorful chaos of these pencils. As we're getting started, I encourage you, as soon as you get this, to play around with it a little bit, make some swirls, some curly cues, really just doodle with it. And you're going to see how the pencil actually changes color in a single stroke. And it's very fun, very free, and it's a good way to just kind of get used to it. It's also sometimes just doodling or just scribbling around like this can be a fun warm-up to doing a little bit more serious drawing or sketching session. It's a way to just get in touch with the medium that you're working with, in this case it's this pencil, and get your hands back used to, okay, if I put a ton of pressure on it like this is what it's going to look like. If I barely touch it to the paper, it's going to look like this. So it's a fun way to just kind of get some of it out. You can do squiggles like this, you can do spirals, you can play around with it. So the first thing I encourage you to do is to just play around a little bit. You're going to get plenty of paper in your kit, so you'll have plenty of room for just one or two that are like this. Two different kinds of sketching that you can do, or we're going to start with the one, is going to be contour drawing. Contour essentially just refers to the outlines of things. So if you're looking at this piece up here, I started with the contours. I started with my petals, but then I ended up filling it in. If you're going to go for a contour look, then you're going to do just the drawing of the outlines. So with these, it can be really quite fun. You can go with a very simple outline, and you already start to get very colorful things happening. This is just a very simple, very quick piece here. If you left it here, or you added a few more things around the edge, then that would stay a contour drawing. If you wanted to fill it entirely in, I recommend that for these in particular, you want to keep in mind the directionality of how you are using your pencil. So in this case, along the petals, you're always intentionally following the shape of the petal and always radiating outward from the center piece to kind of mimic, if you get very, very close to a real petal, that it has some little veins and things in there. So that's what we were doing there. So if we wanted to add, it's not quite shading, but it's filling in on these, then I would start with some mimicking these like natural vein lines. And as you can see, I'm getting some difference of colors here. You may see that you get more of a single color than of another, and that's just going to be down to the placement of the different colors in the lead and what side is wearing down faster. You'll get used to, as you're using it more frequently, to which colors are where. And if you want to do this little maneuver where I'm just rotating it slightly, you can really see where the lead is. as I'm rotating it off the paper, and you can incorporate that into your drawing. So as you make a swipe, rotate a little bit. If you want to intentionally get a lot of variation in your colors, you're not entirely dependent on what the pencil decides to do, but you do give up a little bit of control because you really can't see what is on the bottom and what is touching the paper. So we're doing this quick one here, and letting the colors kind of come as they are, but keeping in mind that we want to follow our lines that we've already decided and that we're trying to fill in, or the shape of the leaf in the directions of how a leaf would actually look. And then you can come in and see any of these white spots that you have and fill them in, pressing very lightly, just to fill in a little bit of color now that you already have your main lines established. So there's a couple of different ways that you can do it. If you really want a very sharp line, I'd recommend having a pencil sharpener on you, because the more that you use it, the more it's going to get worn down. Let's get back to that scratch paper. The more you use it, the more it's going to get worn down, and you're going to get a little bit of a broader point on it. So the more you use it, it'll get a little bit wider. You really want a thin point, you can sharpen it, or you can scribble down the sides and end up with a very sharp absolute tip of the pencil. So it's entirely up to you what kind of effect you're looking for, and generally as you're using these, the biggest thing that you're going to have to work with you as far as changing the intensity is just managing the pressure of that you're applying to the pencil. So we'll use this one up here that we haven't filled in yet. So this is applying quite a lot of pressure. You can see it's coming through very, very bold, very, very bright. So on this side, we'll go kind of light, and you're seeing a lot less intensity in your colors. It doesn't help that the yellow is already fairly light, but you can affect it the way that you would with a regular sketching pencil, and just applying more pressure to get that darker line, that bolder line. And then right in here is about a normal amount. So you can really play around with the variation. And that's one of the other benefits of having a scratch paper, is getting used to the muscle memory of how much pressure you want to add. I think these look really, really fun with a very almost scribbly or sketchy type of drawing of use. I think it works really well for that style. If you were interested in doing the kind of one-line pieces that go all around and try to make an entire design without ever lifting your pencil, these would be very fun for those as well. Again, you would get all of that kind of color, and especially if you're changing direction quite a bit, it would be very interesting, very fun. So this one was a very, very quick one this time, but it's because summer, we're all on the go. We want something that's, one, very portable. I don't think you can ask for anything much more portable than this. And, a nice, fun, colorful activity for the summer. This one is great for kids. It's great for adults. It's great for everybody. So I hope you all enjoyed it. And as I said, if you request a kit from the Suffolk Public Library, you're going to go ahead and get one of these. but if you'd like to look for them yourselves, they are available online. All right, have a good one, and we will see you next time.